In today's episode, we'll teach Inertia a couple of brand new tricks. We'll see how trustworthy she is when I leave my lunch out and walk away. Plus, Inertia has a major life update for you guys too. I'm Zach George. I train dogs. This is my new dog, and I'm gonna show you how I train her from day one. Things definitely won't always go smoothly. You can start from the beginning, or you can pick up anywhere. Subscribe and hit the bell notification so you never miss an episode. When you put into motion an approach based on love and respect, your results will forever remain in motion. This is Inertia. Welcome to the dog training experience. When you're training your dog, you're asking so much of them mentally and physically, and you really want them at their best. I don't think I could get the results that I get with dogs unless I kept them on a top-notch diet. And one of the best brands out there for nutrition is Solid Gold. Solid Gold foods are different though because they have whole superfoods, living probiotics, and omega-3 and 6 fatty acids. These are wonderful things for your dog's digestive system and their gut health. In addition to feeding your dog a good food, giving them good supplements can also make them healthier. Our dogs really love these sea meal supplements. The first ingredient is seaweed. We all know how healthy seaweed is. Inertia loves these. She gets compliments on her coat all the time. They have a whole line of awesome products that'll keep your dog healthy, including dry food, wet food, supplements, and even human-grade bone broth. If you have a picky eater, this bone broth is awesome. I think we're supposed to be past the counter surfing stage. Right now, to see the deal of the week, go to solidgoldpet.com/Zach. solidgoldpet.com/Zach. That's easy to remember, right? I'll put a link in the description just in case. These days, I'm really focused on proofing some more advanced house manners with Inertia. I put in a lot of groundwork on this leading up to this point, so now I think it's time to do an advanced test. Because I want her to start generalizing the behavior of leaving food alone that isn't specifically hers. You can see she's clearly interested in this plate of food that we prepared, and I'm just gonna put it there. And generally, when she does that, I've been saying, Inertia, leave it alone. And she's been really good. Well, unless the camera's running. Hey, look at me. Leave it. Good girl. All right, so I'm gonna do an experiment. I'm gonna walk out. We're gonna see how she does. I've got a camera set up over here. Now, my honest impression is that this is like 50-50, but I'm really curious to get this baseline. So we'll see how she does. Okay, I'm just gonna leave. I guess Bree should come with me so we can make this a true test. And we'll just head on out here to the deck. I have faith in her. I can't even believe I said it was 50-50. She's not even trying to get that food.
Well, yeah, now you say that.
So I'm just gonna peek at her right there. And that's cool. She walked around the table. She's aware that it's there. Then she sees we're out here and she's just coming. So far, she hasn't touched it. So I think our training has done pretty well so far. This is good. It's one thing for her to do this well after a few seconds, but let's see if we keep it out there for a little while, if she will actually generalize not stealing food off of a plate. Oh, Inertia, leave that alone. Oh boy, okay. All right, I got too cocky. Leave that alone. Very good. So, all right, that tells me I still need to spell it out a little bit more for her. See this? Leave it alone, okay? I'm gonna practice again. I'm gonna give her a few minutes. She's just looking at me. She's like, why do you keep putting me in the room with this? I think it's occurred to her that this might be a test. So overall, I mean, what would you give her? I would give her maybe a B-. I mean, she licked it, but she didn't technically eat it. But I'd like to have more confidence in that moving forward. So again, we're gonna continue working on it. She's still not perfect. Set up real world tests like this with your dog often so that you can really clearly communicate to them exactly how you want them to behave. Ah, boy. She didn't lick the watermelon, did she? I hope not. Since Inertia has recently learned how to speak or bark when I ask her, it's obviously time to teach her how to count, right? Basically, my goal is to teach her how to bark multiple times in a row and stop on cue. Inertia does really well with speak inside, so we're at the point of training it outside, but still at my house in order to really teach her how to do this everywhere. Remember, when you change your dog's environment, even if it's just out on the back deck, they may be more likely to act uncharacteristically. So let me see first how she's doing on speak outside. Get up and speak. Good, yes, I'm gonna reward it. She didn't make a sound, but she's trying, and that's really all that matters. Speak. Yeah, there you go. Okay, nice. so she's doing great. Let's see if she does it for just a hand signal. Yeah, good. She had to think about it, but she got it there. Let me see that again. Good, perfect. Let's see if she'll do it when I say speak without a hand signal. Speak. Good. Nice. Let me just proof this a little bit. Let me do it like this. Speak. Good. Maybe turn my back to her. Speak. Yes. She's doing great. That was good. I didn't know she was doing quite that well. So now let me see if I can get her to bark a couple of times. Speak. Yes, good. Do you see how she brainstormed there? She spoke once, and then she was like, where's my treat? Okay, that didn't work. He's still looking at me. Maybe I should try barking again. This time I'm gonna ask her to speak, but I'm going to maintain my position. For example, watch, speak. Yes. Do you see that? Let's do 3. Speak. Did you see that? That was great. I'm kind of getting to the next step. The subtle twitch of my arm there made her think, oh wait, something's happening. Maybe I'll get a treat, at which time I promptly treated her. In other words, this is the cue to stop barking. So this is speak. Yes. I'm gonna go in there and reward before she barks again, because of course, if I held that position, she'd likely continue to bark. So, yes, really trying to get her to dial into that signal, and when I pull away, that means, hey, the trick is over. You see what I'm saying? I like to have fun with this by turning it into a math problem. So we'll say 2 + 2. What's 2 + 2? Yes, very good. So that was good. That was our first real math problem. But you know, I'm still being pretty obvious with the signal. So ultimately, I want to be able to be like, hey, what's 2 + 2? Have her bark 4 times, and then just have some subtle change in my body language. We could try. Speak. Yes, good. See? So that simple turn can mean, okay, stop barking. The real beauty of a trick like this is that it requires you to have subtle and intricate communication with your dog, and that's likely to transition into so many other aspects of your training that you don't even realize. That's really good. Lie down. Stand. Sit. Sit pretty. Sit pretty. Speak. There we go. Now I want to speak. It's worth noting that when you teach your dog to speak, they do tend to bark a lot to try to get the treat, just like they do with all of their tricks. So it's extra important with speak because it can be obnoxious to only reward when you ask for the behavior. Ignore all of the other behaviors. There's a lot of variations. For example, Inertia's gonna read my mind right now. Now, this is the number I'm gonna be thinking of, okay? I don't want her to see. What number am I thinking of? Oh my gosh! She's totally psychic. Good girl. Having a little delay there at the end really sells it, I think. So I'm pretty sure that you can convince all of your friends that your dog is psychic. You could also do flashcards where the answer is probably under 10 because it can get old pretty quick when your dog has to solve equations that equal 25, for example. But use your imagination, have fun with a trick like this. Hey, if your dog can speak, show me on Instagram, tag @ZachGeorge. Bonus points if they can do math or read your mind. It's true that I do most of the primary training between Bree and I, as you might expect. It's important that Bree be able to communicate with Inertia very well. We thought it might be a good idea for Bree to teach Inertia a brand new trick that I haven't even attempted yet. Tell us the trick you had in mind.
Okay, the trick is tell me a secret.
It's a cute trick.
Yeah, it's cute.
Let's see how it goes.
Zach doesn't teach that many like cute tricks, so I'm gonna do it.
I love cute
So one of us has to, it's important. I have no clue what I'm doing yet. Here's my thought. I have these treats.
Okay.
I figured, because I want her to put her nose right here, I'll just show you. Let me just show you.
Okay.
Inertia, you wanna learn a trick?
Pardon the camera work, guys.
Hey, Inertia, do you want to learn a new trick? Oh, you do? See, she wants to, guys. Can't you tell?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to teach you a trick, okay? So here's what I want you to do. See this treat?
What?
Yes.
Have you been working on this? Wait a minute, let me see what you're doing with the treat.
I mean, she doesn't know what she's doing yet. I'm just holding it like this.
So it's a lure, right?
Luring. I'm just luring her.
Okay, so that's it. So she just nibbles on. Go ahead and let her have it.
There you go.
Got it. Okay.
Do you have any advice for me as the expert?
Yeah, I would say do that like 2 or 3 times in a row and then put a fake treat in there. Like just make her think you have one, and then we'll focus
Okay.
on phasing out the treat. What do you think?
Sure. Okay. Ready? Yes.
Okay, yeah, and just like encourage her to hold that position for a longer period of time by just keeping the treat there. So let's keep doing that.
Okay. How's
Like
my
2 or 3
marker?
times.
Am I marking her okay?
I think, yes, you're acknowledging when she's succeeding. That's the
Okay.
most important thing.
Yes.
Good. And every time she's saying yes, it looks like she's releasing a
I
little bit
am.
of the treat.
She's like licking my thumb right now.
Adorable.
There we go. That
Looking
one felt
great.
right.
That's good. All right, now this time don't do a treat.
No treat.
Yeah, no
okay.
treat. Let's try it. But still keep your,
Same hand motion.
yeah,
Yes.
good. And there was no treat that time, is that
No
right?
treat. Yeah.
And this time the treat came from over here. So do
Uh-huh.
that, do that 2 or 3 times.
Are you ready? Yes.
Good.
Did that look good? Does it look convincing?
Yes,
Does
so
it look
convincing.
like she's telling me a secret?
Yeah, and so we want to have an emphasis on duration as well here. So
Sure.
like really
Ready?
encouraging her to hold it for a while.
Yes.
Good.
Good girl. Can you tell she's chewing on my fingers though?
A little bit, yeah.
So maybe I need to phase out the fingers now.
Yeah, exactly.
Ready? Yes.
Yes,
that
right.
was perfect.
Because you did it for a short period of time there.
Yeah, because the no fingers.
Right, you changed a variable, so you had to make it
Exactly.
extra easy.
You're so smart. Yes.
Oh, that was a good looking one.
Good job.
See if she'll put her paws up and tell you a secret.
What's this? Yes, stay. Tell me a secret. Yes.
Not bad.
Tell me a secret. Yes.
Wow. Just wow.
Good job. Hugs. Yes. Can you tell me a secret?
What a disaster. What a disaster.
Cheated. Oh, you're so cute though.
Oh,
Isn't she cute?
I'll take that all day long.
Good girl.
She's beautiful.
Good job.
I think you'll need to continue working on it, but that's
Yeah.
a really good first training session.
That's a good start, right?
Yeah. Well, Inertia has a significant life update. As you might notice, Inertia is wearing a diaper, and that is because she is, well, in heat for the very first time. And I can say I don't think there will be many of these heat cycles with Inertia because we are planning on spaying her. One of the decisions that many people have to make when they get a new dog is when or whether to spay or neuter them at all. There's a lot of factors that go into making this decision, and there's still a lot we don't know about it. Bree and I made a detailed video on this topic. I'm gonna have a link to it in the description. Come. Good job. So it looked like she was about to bark there. You know, we've been dealing with Inertia occasionally still barking at passersby, and I've been practicing calling her and asking her to lie down. I'm trying to be very consistent on that, rewarding most of the time, but I decided not to reward there. Just a side note. Based on our research and lots of conversations with lots of animal medical professionals, we're gonna wait for Inertia's growth plates to close at around 18 to 24 months of age, so we're just kind of monitoring that. And at that time, we're planning on spaying her. So in the meantime, there are a few things you should know about how to care for your dog when they're in heat or estrus. First, you're gonna have to be prepared for a little sanitary care like we're doing with this diaper. Next, your dog might have some behavioral changes. I mean, that's gonna vary from dog to dog. I haven't noticed a ton of different behavioral changes in Inertia. Finally, you should know that female dogs in heat can really attract dogs from very far away. You need to be extremely careful and never under any circumstance leave your dog unattended outdoors where any dog could even come close to having access to them. You might think dogs are just teleporting to your yard because they are so determined and somehow find a way in. So that phase is going to be happening soon. We haven't quite gotten there with Inertia yet, but I am prepared. We've been using 2 different kinds of diapers. These are the first kind because we didn't have any notice. I suppose in hindsight, I should have ordered the cloth diapers, the other type that we're using now. We noticed that Inertia was spotting a little bit. So we ran up to the store to get these disposable ones. They make them for dogs. They even have a hole here for their tail. So now we've been using these washable, reusable ones to cut down on waste, and they've been doing great. The first time I put a diaper on Inertia, I went really slow and was very cautious because it can be alarming when you're doing something new. She wasn't really caught too off guard by it, but it's still something that you'll want to go close because some dogs will be. I'm gonna pick up her tail. Do you see how she gets a little sensitive there when you touch her tail? That's normal for a dog in heat. Using treats is a really good idea as well. Stay. Good girl. Stay. Yes. See that? Trying to keep her in one position, rewarding her a lot there. Then I come over here. You can see she's just very content. She's very used to it. Good job. Good girl. Okay, all done. And then I set her free and let her do her thing. Now, a lot of you on Instagram have asked how we got her not to chew or destroy her diaper once it was on. And since I've been really focusing on teaching her how to leave it with a variety of things in a multitude of different contexts, I actually found this to be pretty easy. I mean, I told her once or twice, hey, leave that alone. And she kind of got the hint pretty quickly. I mean, that is the value of being consistent because sometimes it feels like, are they ever going to get it? But if you are just determined and follow through and you're ultra consistent, your dog can't help but learn and understand whatever it is that you're teaching them. So all in all, it's proving to be an interesting experience. Go to solidgoldpet.com/Zach to see the Solid Gold deal of the week and check out all of their awesome products. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok for the most up-to-date info from Inertia and me. Subscribe to this channel and get my book, Guide to a Well-Behaved Dog, for all of my most detailed training advice in one place. I'll have all the links below. In the next episode, we'll address Inertia's new habit of barking in our front yard sometimes, and we'll see where she is in her off-leash training. We'll see you in the next episode.